with the 3 trophies in a row. Instead of this Tony, I stand to be corrected, and I am Salou Jallow. The only team that did the double, or the only community that did the double in this community, Tony, under the presidency of Mr. Bakari Pujang, is Tanjay. They won it in a back-to-back. The first champion under the presidency of Mr. Bakari Pujang, Wakunjur, back in 2022, 2023. I stand to be corrected, and the final was played here against Banyaka. Banyaka were very close. Yes, they were close, but not very close to be champions of the land. And of course, as records don't lie, Sanjay then played the Burning in 2023, 2024, and they were crowned champions. And then Tanya came, and this time around, it was against the Tutoring. In a replay final, Tanya were crowned champion for the second time. But today, it is between Jambur and Siffoe. The two presidents of course, the two communities are here. Salasana of Siffoe welcome, and of course, Paro Pojang of Jambur is also here with us. What a final we're all waiting for. Few months ago this tournament started, and here today it is the closing chapter. We welcome each and everyone here. And this final, this story will be told. Press. Come on, call some time in fences. We also acknowledge the presence of Mr. Ismail Anjai. He is the current host on Jatigi in another way around. And today we will speak one language, and that is cattle downfall. Community football at the highest order. This Tony have produced talents. Others are flying high outside the smiling coast, and all the players are smiling within the gym of 2nd and 4th division, even the 3rd division. And that is why this tournament is a no-nonsense, Tony. It is where talents are produced. And this tournament have always been married to community football, which is, of course, subscribed to ambience at the highest order. Circums, part of the capacity builders. Siffoe is represented by the president. Jambur is represented by the president. And if the president of a community left his community for a community final, who are you to stay home? Who are you? And we thank the Kombo District Football Committee, Mr. Bakari Pujang, a president by excellence. Right now, whether you take it or you leave it, spectators are there. Mr. Bakari Pujang is the most important man on the land of Kombo today. It's in his kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, those watching via LSTV, the ambience, the euphoria is proudly and officially sponsored by Jambur and Siffoe. It is over to the boys in green and red to separate the boys from the men. Nimage pura benti. Lamin temul nene labi. Lamin yakale. Atemul. You will never hear it from me, Lamina Buntalibung or Lamina Faliwon. This is Jambur. We'll leave it at that.
Mic check, mic.
The yellow and black is the officials of the day.
No.
Are we waiting for the national anthem? Can we all stand up for the national anthem of the Gambia? Those still drumming, please, just hold on for a minute for the national anthem, please. The national anthem, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. A tournament of 25 communities. It is down to 2 communities today. Many came, they participated, but they couldn't conquer. They participated and they competed, but they couldn't conquer the land of Kombo South. Today, it will be either Siffoe or Jambur to conquer the land of Kombo South. But reminder, we are also made to swear to the replay rule. Whether you take it or you leave it, but I believe Ramadan is a stone throw. So whether we will settle the dust today remains the $1 million question. Sometimes Jolas will tell you, Kunarak Jilamma, Kuninek Jilamma. We might settle the dust today. And if he speaks, so be it. And that is Mr. Bibi. If he speaks, so be it. The faithfuls of Faratos were represented. And ladies and gentlemen, Lamin Fati will surely talk us through this football commentary. As we await,
we're going to finish, draw penalties.
Okay, the breaking news says that if we couldn't find a winner in the 90 minutes, we go for a straight penalty shootouts. Yes. If the mountain did not go to Muhammad, Muhammad will go to the mountain. And we will settle the dust today. Thank you, Sanyam, for hosting this one. And again, here we are. So there is no replay. That is a big news, eh? Thank you, Kombo South District Football Committee. Now, the question is, who is taking the kickoff? And the president of the land of football, Mr. Lamin Kabapacho, will talk us through this kickoff. the most important man in Gambian football, steering the affairs, the driver at the helm of affairs, will on the football post here in Sanyang, wearing the cap of CAF. Here in Sanyang today, the streets of Jambur and Siffoe will surely tell their great grandchildren that they were there and we were there. The drums are drumming, and I only hope they will continue drumming by the end of the show. But one drum will be silent, and the other one will be celebrating a trophy long over tonight. Dimas Balamuine, Sikudi something akweham. It is going to be a trophy parade, either in Jambur or in Siffoe, one way or the other, because we are settling the dust today, and the president walking majestically. I will not tell a story in that. We are married to community football, but once a baller is always a baller. Thank you, the Council of Elders. Parliament Fati is over to you.
Hello, Kombo South. Hello, Kombo South. And hello, Kombo South. Are you getting me loud and clear? Good afternoon from the Sanyang football field. Of course, it's a special day, and on a special 2025-26 Kombo South District Football Final. It is not just a football final, but of course it is the Kombo South District Football Final, and the final between Jambur. Oh yes, Jambur dressed in red socks and white socks, taking on a Siffoe side currently dressed in green socks. Green shorts and green socks, and of course Siffoe under the guidance of Mustafa Kamara, Lanin Jabang, Siffoe to the while Jambur having Malang Dabo, Omar Chaman Abdullahi, Jao completing the list of officials from the Jambur base side, and Jambur are currently playing from our right to left from our commentary cabin, or left to right from our commentary cabin, while Siffoe kicks from our right to left from our commentary cabin, and already Siffoe are already having 3 Kombo South District football trophies in their trophy cabin, but they are yet to bag one under the dynamic of Mr. Bakari Bojang since coming into office in 2021, and currently taking on a Jambur side that are yet to, I repeat, yet to bag the Kombo South District football tournament trophy, and they are currently hunting for the very first time. Will they be able to get it? Remains the biggest ambition and question, and currently going on against the Siffoe side, who are already bagged 3 trophies in their trophy cabin. And this afternoon, Jambur, under the guidance of head coach Malang Dabo, Omar Chaman Abdullahi Jao, started this contest with Ladin Bojang in goal. Currently the custodian for the Jambur base club, or Idrissa Jaze rather, Ladin Bojang, Idrissa Bojang, Modu Jete, Mod Lamin Jalo, Serif Jamme, Idrissa Marong, Kajali Gasama, Lamin Jata, Ismail Ambai, Shehna Juf, completing the 11 for the boys dressed in red shorts, and of course white socks. Siffoe playing from our right to left, dressed in green socks, and of course green socks, under the guidance of head coach Mustafa Kamara, Lamin Jabang and Siffoe Toure. And Siffoe started this game with Aliou Dabo in goal, Boubacar Seka, Elsa Koli, Omar Cisse, Baba Koli, the team captain, Sadio Bojang, Omar Sambo, Aliou Sen, of course one of the most dangerous players for the Siffoe side, Lamin Mendy, Manikoy Jame and Ibrahim Ajata. Salut, are you aware that the most dangerous player of this Siffoe side is currently with TMT Football Club? But anyway, we will talk about that on a special day. But of course, special concentration on the Kombo South District Football Tournament. And of course, these 2 sides emerge from their respective groups. Of course, Jambur had a slow start in their first game. Played out a 0-0 scoreline against Berending before picking a point in a nail-biting 1-1 draw against Farato. Lost 1-0 to Kajume before getting the better of Nyofele by a goal to nil in their final group game, and in the round of 16 got the better of Tujereng. Of course, Tujereng, last year's runners-up on post-match shootout, in the quarter-final got the better of Nema Fulakunda after regulation 1-1 before sailing to the semi-final, where they got the better of one of the Tournament favorites Gunjur by 3 goals to 1. And currently is an attack for Siffoe, trying to unlock the solid defense of Jambur. And Jambur trying to solely clear that line. And of course, Jambur advanced to the final. And here they are against Siffoe after getting the better of Gunjur. And Siffoe on the other end started in Group B and started their campaign in a 2-2 draw against Mishra. Defeated Pasholing and Gunjur 2-0 in their second and third games respectively. And in their final group game, lost 3-2 to Tujereng. And of course in the round of 16, got the better of Nyofele on post-match shootout after 1-1 in regulation. In the quarter-final, got the better of Mishra by 2 goals to 1. Kartong 2-1 in the semi-final. And of course in the final, playing against Jambur. And here they are. The million-dollar question is, who is going to bang the trophy? And of course this tournament is a self-sponsored tournament. And everything, and I repeat, everything in this tournament is proudly and officially bankrolled by Kombo South District Football Committee. Of course, from the cash prizes to the individual awards, everything is, of course, proudly and officially sponsored by Kombo South District Football Committee under the able and dynamic leadership of Mr. Bakari Bojan. If we want to talk about his accomplishments in Kombo South and, of course, West Coast region, we're going to possibly stay for the entire day without exhausting that. But we will surely give you a glimpse of that of Bakari Bojan, and of course what he has been doing and always doing in Kombo South and also in West Coast region. But currently the score is 0-0. At the commentary cabin for Lamin Fati, Saliu Jallo, Nicholas Bas, Mohamed Dugure, Lamin Original Dabo, and already is an attack for Jambur. Can they find the back of the net from this instance? But this time around, second half, you had the glorious opportunity, Saliu, but unfortunately this corner.
Yeah, that was the first breakthrough for Jambur and Senna Juve, one of the sorest but then the toughest players in the side of course, Jambur. That was an early wake-up call for, of course, that is Siffoe. But all said and done in the first 3 minutes has been a one-way traffic. Siffoe want, of course, put this game to bed in the first 10 minutes. But then a resilient defense line that we are seeing in Jambur in this game. It is going to be an end-to-end counter per Fati. But the turnout is going to be massive as well, because this is going to be the biggest final ahead of the Ramadan trophy size here in this land of Kombo South.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jallo. It is getting more and more interesting. Not only interesting on the pitch, but of course interesting off the pitch. As currently, both sides are currently being backed by a powerful support base. And of course, we are talking about Jambur and Siffoe. And currently, Siffoe dressed in green shorts and green socks, while Jambur in red shorts and white socks. Jambur playing from our left to right, while Siffoe kicks from our right to left. Currently, Jambur trying to penetrate, but have to start the play from their own half. Currently trying to have that composure and calmness. Jambur on the attack. Can they unlock the solid defense of Siffoe, who regain possession swiftly? It's going to be a chase on the far side for Siffoe, and of course Jambur, the team captain, alert enough to get that ball decently, and I repeat, decently off. And the team captain is, of course, Idrissa Bojang, who is one of the central defenders for this Jambur side. And Siffoe kicking from our right to left. And Siffoe will now have the opportunity to benefit from a throw in on the far side. And the game is, of course, live on LSTV1. Just as I said at the commentary cabin, for Lamin Fati, Saliu Jallo, Nicholas Bas, Mohamed Dukure, Lamin Original Dabo, and Co. Central referee of this lively and entertaining showdown is Ansumana Sanyang, ably and reliably assisted by Buba Sise. Aliu Seka, Victor Demba serves as the fourth assistant referee, and Modu Biai is, of course, yes, I repeat, our very own Modu Biai is definitely serving as the match commissioner of this lively and entertaining showdown. Of course, this tournament is proudly and officially bankrolled by Kombo South District Football Committee under the dynamic leadership of who? I call him the People's President, Mr. Bakari Bojang, who also doubled as the President of West Coast Region Football Association. Of course, not only in Kombo South, Sally, you could remember, we also had the West Coast Region Zonal Championship. Of course, the West Coast Zonal Championship alongside the Kombo South District Football Committee tournament, which were, of course, under the able and dynamic leadership of Mr. Bojang Bakari.
Yeah, to be precise, Paul Fathi is a king in his own throne. To be precise, that is the throne of community football. It is football, it speaks football. And whatsoever he's doing, there is football attached to it. And he's the most important man in the land of West Coast, the biggest region in this smiling coast, to be precise. And you look at the final in the West Coast Zonals, that was a mega one, a success, to be precise. And the trend of the Kombo South District, funny, it's more of like competing the West Coast Zonal to be precise. You know, you look at the tournament, it is up and running. Things, he took power, you know, back in the age, more than 4 years or more than 5 years now. In his first time in office, of course, Gunjur were crowned champions. And then along the route, we have seen champions. That's an opportunity for Siffoe. The man in blue lost his fourth grip. What did he gain? The second grip within a blink of an eye. And now he's trying to give lectures to his players that you dare not do that again. Because this is the final where there is no margin for Europa. But all said and done, Bojang is doing what Bojang loves doing to peace eyes.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jalo. Interesting and lively from the Sanyang football field, and of course live on LSTV1. If you can't make it to the Sanyang football field, we will definitely get you to this football field via LSTV1, either on Facebook or YouTube, and at the commentary cabin for Lamin Party. Saliu Jalo, Nicholas Bass, Mohamed Dukure, and Lamin Original Dabo. We will definitely engage Original Lamin L, of course, shortly. Saliu, back to you.
Yes, you look at this tournament, every season there is a new champion to be born, except when Tanya won the double to the side. And you look at Jambur having their first taste in the final of this, but there is a free kick inside the half of Siffoe, and that is the number 10 who lost possession. With that poor kick there. But he's a player to watch. That number 10 of Jambur. He is a player to watch. And that is Ismail Mbai to the side. But then this tournament is rich in talent.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jalo. And just as I said earlier, it is definitely interesting on and off the pitch. And Siffoe will benefit from that goal kick from their custodian Aliu Dabo. And Aliu has been the trusted goalie for the Siffoe base side. And Siffoe, of course, hoping to win it equally Jambur. And just as Saliu rightly mentioned, there is no replay this time around. No winner in regulation. Post-match shootout straight. This is Aliu now. Can they get something from that? And Siffoe currently on the attack. Aliu Sen, he's of course the most dangerous player for the Siffoe side. Aliu Sen. Aliu Sen, fantastic back heel to the team captain Baba Koli. Baba received that. Is that going to be a foul? Yes, given by the central referee Ansumana Sanya. And Siffoe will have the opportunity. Of course, interesting on and off the pitch. This is the Kombo South District Football Final and the 4th District Football Final under the able and dynamic leadership of Mr. Bakari Bojang since coming into office in 2021. And after this set piece, we will definitely get back to Lamin Original Dabo. And of course, Saliu Jal, and of course, our co-commentators at the commentary cabin. And Aliu Sen is a specialist, a set-piece specialist for that matter. He scored from a similar angle in the 1-1 draw in the round of 16 against Nyofele at the Siffoe football field.
That's a wake-up call.
And once again, I repeat, Jambur needs to be very much wary. They need to be very much wary. A whole lot of dignitaries at this Sanyang football field. We will definitely get you the rundown from the list of officials at the Sanyang football field. Currently, Aliu Sen is behind the ball, trying to get something. This time around, the player seems to be in trouble. That was too powerful, seemingly, Saliu.
But you don't know where the ball will land after passing that tall lanky number 15. But you need to be thanked for defending that. 16 rather, excuse me. 15, I think.
16.
It's 15. It's number 15 now. It's 15. It's 15. It's 15. But that was a very good set piece there, but a well-defended set piece as well. The ball landed on his head, and that was a very quick reaction from the center referee, that is Ansumana. But saying that this is officially bankrolled by the state football committee, that is top-notch because there is no sponsor, but look at how beautiful the table is. The table is well dressed. There is food on the table for this finalist to precise Pafati.
Thank you very much. And the player is already being supported. And also we can confirm the presence of our very own colleague Abdul Latif MD Jata. And of course, great to have you, bro. And of course, great to have you here at the Sanyang football field. a ground that you've been covering since your days in the Gambia. And of course, back to you. It is currently lively and entertaining from the Sanyang football field. The score, in case you're just watching us live on LSTV, the score is currently 0-0. The contest between Jambur and Siffoe is yet to produce a goal. But currently the centre forward Sehna Juve chases. The central defenders of Siffoe, Ibrahim Ajata, is currently trying to guard that ball off the area. Already done. And it's going to be a goal kick. And goal kick to Siffoe, who are dressed in green colors, against the boys in red. And of course, red and white Jambur. Siffoe will start the play from their own half. Courtesy of the right back who sends that ball forward, this time in their opposition's half. It's going to be an exchange of possessive football between Siffoe and Jambur. And of course, both sides are currently working off to at least back a goal before lemon time. And of course, if they're able to do that, that will of course give the side the driving seat. And of course, it is getting interesting. A lot of supporters, Saliu, of course, getting in at the Sanyang football field. Initially, I thought it wasn't going to be a well-attended final, but of course the supporters are definitely proving me wrong. Just as I said at the cabin, Parliament Party, Saliu Jallo, Nicolas Bas, Mohamed Dukure, Lamin Original Dabo, and already that is of course going to be a set piece for Siffoe at a promising angle. And a promising angle, and of course is for Siffoe at a promising angle. Who's now going to take the Saliu remains the question.
Probably the set piece specialist is trying to redress himself and he's back on his feet. And I believe the ball is already handed over to him to give it a try for the second time. The first one, the wall was there to the rescue. And this time around is more of like a straight one. Now testing the capabilities of the man in blue for Jambur. That is his first stopper. But the chances that are created in this game, it is to the good of course, Siffoe. And that is the number 11 behind the ball again. And Jambur are set for 4 red bricks wall in the set piece party.
Set piece at a promising angle for Aliusen. He has been the dead ball specialist for Siffoe, one of the youngsters of the Siffoe side. Of course, Aliusen 11. Giant wall assembled by Jambur in trying to protect this set piece. And Aliusen currently behind the ball. Will he be able to produce something miraculous here? Remains the biggest ambition and question. Aliusen strikes this time around straight into the gloves of the netminder. And the goalkeeper gathers that easily. And of course the goalkeeper is Idrissa Jase, currently dressed in blue colors for Jambur. And in case you're just monitoring the situation, the score is still 0-0. Lamin Original Dabo, we have already exhausted the 4 solid 10 minutes in this contest. And 15 minutes into this contest, and already we are yet to receive a goal as far as Jambur and Siffoe are concerned in the 2025-26 edition of the Kombo South District Football Final.
Yeah, very fantastic game here tonight between Jambur and Siffoe. Looking at both sides, and the performance of both sides in the league was fantastic. Looking at Jambur, definitely they defeated Gunjur 3-1 in the semi-final here at the Sanyang football field. On the side of Siffoe, they were superb in the group stage and also in the semi-final when they defeated Kano 2-1 at the Gunjur Nyamine Mini Stadium. So that tells you that Siffoe and Jambur are both safe to leave the Kombo South District tournament at the end of the 90 minutes. But we are yet to see the best of football from both sides.
Yet to see the best, and currently is a corner for the boys in red. Jambur does a glancing header. That was definitely very close for Jambur to find the back of the net. He can't just believe that that was in the goal, Salio.
That was a very nervy moment for Siffoe. That was the first time Jambur had the ball inside the penalty box of their opponent. And I believe they need to regroup themselves and find another set piece, if not a corner, to find, of course, the back of net. But that was just a sigh of relief for Siffoe in this first 70 minutes of the second half. And early on, you have seen a one-way traffic. The goalkeeper was tested to the limit in the set piece with a bouncing ball. But then I believe Jambur are trying to pick themselves up. The battle might be on the wings, but then there is a tussle around the midfield department in which right now Siffoe are having that grip, not right now. And they're building a count on the far side part.
Siffoe attacks and attacks again. But this time around wasn't a convincing one as the ball already sailed off for a goal kick. Interesting and lively. In case you're just watching us from the Sanyang football field, we have a fantastic lineup of dignitaries. Currently with us, the President of Gambia Football Federation, of course the Chief Guest of Honor, Mr. Lamin Kababajo, President of Gambia Football Federation, and currently having Mr. Kemo Sise, CEO of Gambian Dutch Lions, of course a guest of honor. Mr. Ismail Anjai is also in our midst. Of course, Idrissa Jame, Ajimai Kante, Ibu Kamara, Lamin Kante, and of course Manka Manjaula, and a whole lot of other dignitaries that are currently with us at the Sanyang football field. And of course, Saliu Jallo is definitely going to be interesting and lively. The winner is of course going home with a giant trophy, $55,000, and of course gold medals, while the runner-up will pocket home silver medals, consolation fee of $45,000, and of course individual awards. And the tournament is proudly, yes, proudly and officially sponsored by Kombo South District Football Committee under the able and dynamic leadership of Mr. Bakari Bojang. Of course, having the fantastic support, and of course it's going to be a chase, and Siffoe having the custodian who heads that ball out and currently serves as a sweeper, keeper, and the central referee this time around not interested as Jambur will have the opportunity to benefit from a throw-in. Throw-in Jambur on the right back, and 15 Modu Jete will solely deliver that. Modu Jete, back heel. Jambur still in trying to get that ball in their opposition serve, and finally the central referee, who is of course ably and reliably assisted by Buwa Sise, Aliu Seka, Victor Demba and Modu Piai, and of course Atumana Chanya has already given the opportunity to Jambur.
And Idrissa Marong for Jambur. Looks like he's the one to, of course, take this set piece. He begged for it when the whistle was given in favor of him. Now he's having a communique with the team captain. Or the team captain, excuse me, not the team captain. It's like the number 6 might be the one to infect this one or the number 2. But the specialists all said and done. Might be a very good position for Jambur to, of course, penalize Siffoe. That is the first set piece in the department for Jambur, Pafati.
It's a first set piece for Jambur on a promising angle. And Jambur will now have this set piece at a promising angle. 4-man wall assembled by Siffoe. And Amsumana Sanyang central referee has already given the green light. And the green light is already given for Jambur to take that. Can they get something from that? Already is a strike! And what a goal for Jambur! And Jambur celebrates in style. And currently Idrissa Marong has already fired the ball into the bottom corner, and Jambur celebrates in style. What a way to start this contest. Saliu Jallo, the supporters of Jambur are currently at a different level after getting the first goal in this lively contest. And Siffoe will now have a huge mountain to climb. Jambur 1-0 up. Siffoe needs to come from a goal down if they want to get something in this contest, or else they will surrender the giant trophy. Yes, the giant trophy and the whooping $55,000 in cash prize. And what is expected to give in here will definitely hit to Jambur. Saliu currently is Jambur 1, Siffoe 0.
And minute 20 in the first half. I told you Pafati early on. I saw Idrissa Marong begging for that when the whistle went in favor of him. And of course, the number 2 and the other player just came in to, of course, destabilize the wall or the goalkeeper of Siffoe. But Idrissa Marong have that eye for goal, and that left-footed strike down to the root of the goalpost. The goalkeeper was helpless. He was stretched to the limit, but a goal was made in heaven for Jambur. It seems to me Idrissa shook hands with paradise before taking that set piece.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jallo. Idrissa Marong is the current hero.
The current hero, and the moment they were celebrating, I saw officials of Jambur still coaching inside the field whilst others are celebrating. So that is the best of community football. You might be going on a mission to celebrate, others are there to connect the dots, because at one point in time they were pushed to the wall in the first 15 minutes of the first half. But Jambur were, of course, in the last 15 minutes, were of course under pressure. Pressure was piled on them, but they fought tooth and nail to have that sigh of a relief. And now Idrissa Marong have scored for Jambur. That is said to be the first goal for Jambur in a district football final.
The first goal for Jambur in the district football final. Yes, reaching the district tournament final for the very first time, and now has just taken the lead against Siffoe. And Siffoe needs to come from a goal down if they want to walk away with something. And as I repeat, something the trophy. This is what we are referring to, and currently Siffoe down by a goal to nil against the Jambur side, who got their noses in front, courtesy of Idrissa Marong and Lamin Original Dabo. Already Jambur on the driving seat, The only need that they need to do now is to protect this 1-0 advantage. They will be crowned champions of 2025-26 Kombo South District Football Tournament.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Party. This is not the first time Jambur is scoring fantastic goal. Remember, their third goal against Gunju was fantastic in the semi-final here at the Science football field. Seeing them scoring the opener from a brilliant free kick, I think that was fantastic. And for the side of Siffoe, they need to buckle up and improve themselves if they are tolerable matters before lemon time here. But Jambur, they are a team to watch in this year's Kombo South.
24 minutes.
24 minutes on the clock. 24 solid minutes in the first period. Jambur 1, Siffoe 0 is the current score. Idrissa Marong's goal is the current difference. And Jambur will now have the opportunity to deliver that goal kick. And the goalkeeper wouldn't be in any hurry. And already there is a signal from the central referee to indicate that you are still have some minutes to play. But already it's a strong header coming from Siffoe, and Siffoe to attack. Jambur trying to get that ball from their own half. Currently leading by a goal to nil. And Idrissa Marong is of course the current hero. Siffoe in their own half. Trying to exchange that possessive display. And Aliu now. This time Siffoe around the center circle. Central referee seemingly touched that ball, but the central referee has already ordered for a play on. Siffoe in their own half. Jambur picks it, gets that ball forward. Siffoe regain possession, down by a goal to nil. Around the center circle, Omar Sambo now switches the play on the far side for Siffoe to attack. Still searching for the equalizer before lemon time. And Jambur having a resolute central defense who are trying to defend any ball coming from Siffoe. And of course, Aliu, they will definitely be very much happy if they are able to hold on to this 1-0 advantage, while Siffoe will surely hope to get an equalizer before lemon time and possibly have the chance of getting an equalizer before lemon time and go as far as getting the victory in regulation if they want to get something as far as this contest is concerned. But currently, it's another set piece for Siffoe at the promising angle.
Yes, early on, of course, Siffoe are using, of course, Aliu said on their route to goal. But now they have switched angles or the traffic have now shifted, of course, their number 19. That is Lamin Mendy on the far right hand side from our commentary deck. But of course, can they find the back of net before the first half ends? Remains the $1 million question. And now there's a set piece for Siffoe. If they had to convert their set pieces into goals, they could have been leading by 3 goals to 1 now. But can, of course, Jambur defend this one?
Can Jambur defend this set piece? Crowded penalty area, Siffoe. Or Jambur rather. And Siffoe currently having more, or the presence of key of their players around the area. That seems to be a tussle between the players of Siffoe and Jambur. And currently Ansumana Sanyang, central referee, seems to have spotted that. And he is currently running towards the area. And Ansumana has already spotted that. Currently there is a discussion between the central referee Ansumana and the players of Jambur and of course Siffoe, and who is taking that. Omar Cisse is currently behind the ball. Omar Cisse too is solely going to deliver that. Keeps that ball around the area, and already that's a glancing header. I thought that was going into the back of the net, but of course Jambur had a central defender to get that ball decently, and currently the score is in their favor. Jambur 1, Siffoe 0 is the current score. Siffoe walking off their socks in possibly having the chance, yes I repeat, possibly having the chance of winning this competition after winning it for the third time. Of course, having 3 trophies in their trophy cabin. Will they be able to get this one in their trophy cabin remains the question. And the Jambur side, who are yet to bag a trophy in their trophy cabin, are already having a foot in front of Siffoe. Salu, as far as this final is concerned.
Yes, absolutely, Fafati. I heard you shouting. You thought the ball landed on a player of green in Kolo. But of course, it was Emmanuel Red that, of course, that heads that ball out of danger, and it's a set piece around just a strong throw from our commander decks for Siffoe. And Lampard on the touch line for Jambur. probably eyeing for that glory that might be made in heaven for Jambur, to be precise. This is just a reminder that this is the Kombo District Football Final between debutants Jambur in a final of this competition against a side that is married with 3 trophies in the trophy cabin in the name of this district tourney. That is Siffoe. It's been a long one, probably a long overdue. They want to have the taste again, and they want to have that share of the or the icing on the cake, or the national cake, that is the district cake, to be precise. But it's a throw in for the team in red that is leading by Coltonel. A poor communication there with the team captain and his rightful back. And it's a throw in on the far side for the number 2 of Jambur in ML Jalo to take. Foul, the captain is the victim there for Siffoe. And it's a free kick to the team that is trailing by a Coltonel, courtesy of Idris Marong. In the 28th minute of this first half. But it's over to you.
Thank you very much, Salute Jalo. Interesting scenes from the Sanyang football field in the 2025-26 final between Siffoe and Jambur. Already the central referee, and of course, Ansumana Sanyang has already given that an advantage to Jambur, and Jambur wouldn't be in any hurry as the score is currently in their favor. Jambur 1, Siffoe 0 is the current score, and the hero currently is Idris Marong. And Idris Marong's well-taken free kick lodged itself into the bottom corner. And of course, currently having a lot of dignitaries. Key among them is the president of Gambia Football Federation, Lamin Kababajo. Mr. Kemos is the CEO of Gambian Dutch Lions Football Club, Ismail Anjai. Of course, the director of finance of the Gambia Football Federation, Idrissa Jame from the Gambia Football Federation, Ajimai Kante, an ex-co member from the Gambia Football Federation, Ibu Kamara, Chair BDC Jambur, Lamin Kante, CEO Bombarda Football Club, Mankamang Jaula is of course a chief manager of Gambian Dutch Lions, and a whole lot of other dignitaries from the Sanyang football field. This is the 2025 Kombo South District Football Final, and of course the football final proudly and officially sponsored by Kombo South District Football Committee under the able and dynamic leadership of Mr. Bakari Bonyam, having the assistance of Asantemba as first VP, Adama PI second VP, our M2 who is of course the third vice president, Suleiman Jame secretary general, having the assistance of Momodu PI and Angelique Mendy, and currently Sidia Bojang is serving as the treasurer. Landing Kamara is of course the social secretary and parliament party serves as the public relation officer, and also having the of the competent members of the football committee, having Aji Kole Samba as a competent member, Angelique Mendy and Aissatou Jabang. OC members Lamin Toure, Mamadou Krubali, Ablai Kamara, Amadou Kamara, Mamadou Sow, Osmani Kamara, Alaji Bachili and Rose Korea, and of course Iliana Antelita Jajo are of course part of the organizing committee, and we have to give them that very big tap and a massive tap on their shoulders for making sure we reach this football final. From the first whistle, that is the first game, to the final, has been a remarkable journey. 25 solid communities came into this competition, and among the 25 communities that played in this year's Kombo South District Football Tourney, in Group A we had Tanje Katom, Kumbujang Mariama, Samuyang Kajabang. In Group B we had Tujereng Pajoling, Misira Gunjur and Siffoe. Group C Jambanjeli Sintiwuri, Gunjur Kumbujang, Bato Kunko and Madina Salam. Group D where we had Nyofele Jambur, Kachumile Farado and Perending, and Group E we had Deya Sayam, Banyaka, Nema Fulakunda and Mahmuda. And of course, the finalists Jambur and Siffoe. Jambur started their campaign in a nail-biting 0-0 scoreline against Berending, and in their second game played out a nail-biting 1-1 draw against Farado before losing 1-0 to Kachume, before picking maximum points in the home 1-0 victory to Nyofele at the Jambur football field in the round of 16, defeated Tujereng on post my shooter. Quarter-final got the better of Nema Fulakunda before reaching the final, where they got the better of Gunjur by 3 goals to win 1. Currently Jambur is not going to be a foul. Central referee Ansumana Sanyang not the least interested, and Jambur, after defeating Gunjur 3-1, here they are up against Siffoe in the final. Siffoe on the other end started the campaign in a nail-biting 2-2 draw against Misira, got the better of Pacholing 2-0, to Gunjur 2-0, and of course in their final group Cup game. Lost 3-2 to 2 Jeleng before reaching the the round of 16 rather, where they got the better of New Fele on post-match shootout after 1-1 in regulation. In the quarter-final, got the better of Misira by 2-1, defeated Khartoum 2-1 in the semi-final before advancing to the final and of course remarkably reaching the final. Salute Diallo, I think both sides remarkably reached the final. Of course it was a slow start for Jambur, but they were able to pick themselves up in the round of 16, quarter-final, semi-final before reaching here. And currently they are on the driving seat against the Siffoe side. Currently Siffoe on the attack, partly headed out by Jambur. And Jambur will definitely be very much happy if they are able to get back into the dressing room with the 1-0 advantage at halftime.
Yeah, well, it's a free kick for Ali Hussein again. And that was a very good call there from the central referee, despite the officials of Jambur are not happy with that call. Well, you did talk about the journey of these two sides. I believe the 4-2-0, the toil and moil to be in this final here, because this competition was, of course, married with 25 communities. And in that journey, it was like a class of titans and survival of the fittest on their route to the final. And that is why you're seeing this massive turnout. I believe they did not buy a ticket to be here. They earned this position. They fought for it. They toiled and moiled for it. But of course, as things stands, the team in red, that is Jambur, are leading. The team in green, that is Siffoe by a goal to nil. And it is a free kick for Siffoe. Minute 34 unofficial.
Set piece for Siffoe, Ladin Mendy. This time it's a low drive and crash on the player for Jambur. And Jambur's player, Kajali Gassama, of course, one of the players, and of course Siffoe will have the opportunity to benefit from another corner. They continue to start, but still struggling to find the back of the net. As Jambur currently on the driving seat, leading by a goal to nil, and currently crowded penalty area, Sadio.
And it's like Siffoe are trying to use the Arsenal dark art set piece.
It's a corner for Siffoe, floated around the area, and already glances out by the boys dressed in red colors. Lamin original Jambur, we have played the majority of minutes in the first half. Still Jambur holding on to this 1-0 advantage against Siffoe. They will definitely be very much happy if they are able to hold on to this 1-0 advantage, possibly getting back to the dressing room with an advantage 1-0 against Siffoe.
Yes, thank you very much, Fatih. Welcome to Sanyang football field, where Jambur is logging out with Siffoe. And the game is fantastic here. As you can see, Siffoe doing everything possible to level matters before lemon time. But Jambur are also doing everything possible to extend their lead. So it's not going to be easy. As you can see, Jambur, they're from their own half now to the Siffoe half, but it's going to be very, very tough for Siffoe to level matters before lemon time here, as Jambur continue to defend very hard.
Jambur continue to defend in trying to protect this 1-0 advantage. Team captain squares that ball forward. It's going to be a chase for Siffoe on the far side. Boubacar Seka, can they get something around the edge of the 18 or not this time around? It's a glorious opportunity, but squandered once again.
Yes, squandered once again. That was Babukar Seka there, not Babukar, excuse me. That wasn't Babukar, that was the number 16. And that was Umar Sambu there. But his turn was in at the right position. He was trying to cut the goalkeeper napping. But the goalkeeper was at a very better position as he told spectator watching that ball rolls out for a goal kick. Well, we have less than 10 minutes to go per fight in this first half. And we have seen the best of football in this Kombo South. This is the football final.
Under 10 minutes of normal time on what is expected to be added on in the first half to separate Siffoe and Jambur. And currently Jambur on the driving seat. Got their noses in front, courtesy of Idrissa Marang. And Jambur, Siffoe now in their own half. Aliou squares that ball on the far side. It's going to be a chase through Ensar Kohli. Ensar Kohli playing on the right side of the defense for Siffoe. Get that ball backwards. Great combination coming from the boys in green. Can they level matters before lemon time remains the biggest ambition. But of course the biggest question as Jambur picks possession through Modlamin Jalo. Modlamin launches that ball forward in the half of Siffoe, but this time not a good one. And Siffoe will still unlock. And once again, is an offside as signaled by the central referee Ansumana. And Ensa Kuli is already, Babukar Sekarada is already penalized by the flag of the assistant referee. In case you're just joining us, Jambur under the guidance of Malik Dabo as head coach, ably and reliably assisted by Omar Cham, Abdullah Jah, whilst Mustafa Kamara, Lamin Jabang and Siffoe Toure on the dugout for Siffoe, and Jambur started this game with Idrissa Jasi in goal. Siffoe on the attack, Jambur clears that ball desperately through Lamin Jallo. Jambur, and of course it's going to be a corner as signaled by one of the assistant referees, Aliu Seka. Central referee Ansumana side, and Buba Sise, Aliu Seka, Victor Demba and Modu BI. Of course we can confirm the arrival of Honorable Councillor for Sanyang Ward. And of course, if we say the Honorable Councillor for Sanyang Ward, you all know who we're referring to. But already, we have a lineup of dignitaries. Among them is Mr. Lamin Kababajo, President of Gambia Football Federation. And Mr. Kababajo is, of course, having, alongside Kemos, he's the CEO of Gambia Dutch Lions Football Club, Ismail Anjai, Idrissa Jame, Gambia Football Federation, Ajamai Kante. Of course, the next core member, Ibu Kamara, Chair BBC Jambur, Lamin Kante, CEO of Bombada Football Club, Makaman Jaula, team manager, Gambian Dutch Lions Football Club, and of course having a whole lot of dignitaries who are all here present at the Sanyang football field to witness this lively and entertaining showdown in the 2025-26 edition of the Kombo District Football Tourney. Lamin Mendy to Aliu. Aliu around the edge of the 18, trying to unlock the solid defense. Still Aliu. Aliu squares that ball forward. An opportunity for Siffoe. Partly squandered. Siffoe still on the attack. Can they still unlock the solid defense of Jambur? And this time around into the solid gloves of the central or the defense or the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper is Idrissa Jase. Already the flag of the assistant referee has already gone up against Sehna Juve. And Sehna is penalized. Of course, time running out for Siffoe as far as the first half is concerned. And Jambur will definitely be very much happy to get back into the dressing room with their noses in front.
Yeah, we are watching a tussle there. That is Modu, of course, Chaite. That is the number 15, Jambur, defending deep against Ali Hussein. It's like he's having the best of his night in this final.
Thank you very much, Salim Jallo, and great to know that we have the members of the Kombo South Youth Association or Youth Group who are also here as the braces up. 2 minutes added on. 2 minutes added on in the first half. 2 minutes for Jambur to hold on and 2 minutes for Siffoe to get an equalizer or else it's going to be Jambur 1, Siffoe 0 at halftime. And just as I said earlier, we have the Kombo South Youth Committee who are currently bracing up for the youth camp, and of course we will give them some minutes to of course share what they have in stock as far as the youth camp is concerned. Already the officials are on the ground, and of course at the commentary coming for LSTV is one Parliament Party, Nicholas Ba, Saliu Jala, Mohamed Dukure, Lamin Original Dabo, and of course can confirm the presence of course our colleague and brother. Siffoe on the attack still. Ali Hussein, another opportunity for Siffoe. Can they unlock the defense? Ali scores that ball and the goalkeeper allowed enough to guard that ball decently. Possibly?
And the stopper for Jambur picks himself up. And we have less than 1 minute to go in this first half. The ball around the center circle, return ball, and the defense line of Jambur chasing on a defensive mission there. Ali Hussein wins it. It's a play of Jambur on the ground. Play being a halt. Siffoe are saying we are in the culprit there because the Jambur player is already on the ground and of course no sin an injury or is in pain rather. Just a reminder, Jambur are leading Siffoe by a goal to 0. That goal came in the 20th minute of this first half. Courtesy of Idrissa Marong. A left-footed surprise down to the bottom corner. And of course, it visits the back of the net. That is the coming in the meeting, Lampard. And that is the first half whistle here. Siffoe heading to the 2-0, trailing by a goal to 0. And Jambur will regroup themselves and probably pick it from where they left it in the first half. For now, they have 1 foot into the land of the champions. To be precise, pass over to you.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jallo. And it is currently half-time between Jambur and Siffoe from the Sanyang football field in the 2025-26 Kombo District Football Final. And this is where we, of course, going to have a hold of the live commentary. We will have some minutes of rest, but before the break, and of course before the rest, Brikama Area Council has something to present to the committee of Kombo South District Football Committee, and of course we will witness that presentation. As I said earlier, we have members of for their youth camp, and we have their officials, and we will definitely get them the mic, and they will inform us or tell us as to what they have for the people of Kombo South ahead of the highly anticipated youth camp. If the official is here, we will definitely give him the mic to solely tell us what they have. Yes. Representative of the Kombo District Youth Camp Sunday. As we know, you are currently raising up for the highly anticipated youth camp. And tell us something about that youth camp. How do you intend to hold that youth camp? Thank you so much for this time. The youth camp is obviously organized by the Kombo South District Youth Committee, which is quite known in Kombo South. And this includes districts within the Kombo South and its surrounding, that is such as Sanjay, Kunjur, Sanyang, and all other Kombo South committees. So the committee organized this youth camp every year to bring youth together within the surroundings of Kombo South and the districts and communities within Kombo South to socialize. And this year's Kombo South Youth Committee camp is focusing on, that is why it is themed empowering young leaders to promote social equality and overcome challenges that is restricting community growth. So Kombo South Youth Committee is actually camp is actually focusing on areas that is to bring equality between young people and also to train the young people about entrepreneurship, peace building, and its related areas. Yes, you, Lami. Thank you very much. Of course, what are you trying to achieve in this? Because currently we have the entire population of Kombo South here. What do you intend to achieve as far as the youth camp is concerned? Yes, I mean, I have read the theme, and I will read it again once again. That is the theme of this year's gathering. The theme of this year's gathering is again empowering young leaders to promote social equality and overcome barriers that are restricting communities. So let me, in short, to put everything in summarize everything in regards to the theme, is that the focus of the youth camp is to ensure that young people are put in board, because every community that you know, I mean, when we talk about young people, they are the brain boxes and they're the main energetic part of the population. So bringing young people together, training them about irregular migration or teaching them about irregular migration, entrepreneurship.
Thank you very much for coming. Thank you, man. Thank you.
In both gender and social equality is quite important. That is what the youth camp this year is focused on.
Thank you very much. And currently it is the presentation from Brikama Area Council, and of course the presentation is done by Honorable Councillor for Sanyang Ward, Honorable Boto Bojang. Thank you very much, Honorable Councillor, and thank you very much, Brikama Area Council. The people of Kombo South are really proud of Brikama Area Council. And thank you, and thank you very much for giving us the platform. Of course, you have talked, what final message do you have for the youths of Kombo South?
Well, this is the gathering of people of Kombo South, especially. That is why we call it the youth camp, Kombo South District Youth Camp. So this is a call upon all youths to, of Kombo South to come together and ensure that
this day is memorable, and this day is fit for purpose. That is the purpose that it is being organized to put young people together, train them up, and also educate them, and socialize, and bring about the importance of the theme of this year's gathering. So this will be held at Tanje.
will need it. Welcome back to the Panyang football field. After the 15 minutes of rest, and we are back and back again. The final half, second and final half, rather. And it is currently Siffoe and Jambur who is going to get that done in the second period remains to be seen. But currently the advantage is Jambur. And Jambur dressed in red colors while Siffoe in green. Ali Hussein had a touch, and of course Jambur trying to clear their line. And Ali Hussein heads it again on this time around glances. And Jambur clears that ball desperately. And of course, Ali, we're definitely going to see an interesting second and final half between Siffoe and Jambur. And Siffoe will be moving all out to possibly having the opportunity of getting equalizer, while Jambur will either protect the 1-0 advantage or trying to make sure they get the second. We're definitely going to see interesting second and final half as far as this final is concerned.
Absolutely, Pa. Arion, that was a nervy moment for, of course, Jambur. But then the player in green was there to the rescue for Jambur because the ball hits him, and of course it was more of like a defensive mission for the forward. But we are expecting an end-to-end encounter in the second half. Pa. What a turnout, and this is the Kombo South District football final.
What a turnout, and this is the Kombo South District football final. Final proudly and officially sponsored by Kombo South District Football Committee under the able and dynamic leadership of Mr. Bakari Bojang. That's a foul and signal by the central referee and Sewana Sanyang. Ably and relightly assisted by Buba Sisi, Aliuseka Victor Demba, and Modu Bia serves as the match commissioner of this lively and entertaining showdown. If you are just arriving at the Sanyang football field, the score is currently Tanje. Or did I say Tanje? Tanje, of course, we are the last two winners. And Tanje, not Tanje this time around, but currently it is Jambur 1, Siffoe 0.
It's good to recognize them.
Jambur currently on the driving seat. Bakari Bojang and his entire committee since coming into office in 2021. In 2024, which was the first edition won by Gunjur after defeating Banyaka 3-1. In the final, in the 2023-24, it was Tanje that got the better of Berening in the final. 24-25, Tanje won it for the second time. And after getting the better of Trujereng, and here they are. And currently in this final, it is Jambur against Siffoe. Jambur hoping this time around is their own line. What a strike, and of course very close. Jambur nearly got the second. At some point we thought that was of course going to be the second goal, but unfortunately for the boys, oh yes, for the boys dressed in red shorts, and of course white socks are definitely very close in getting the second goal, Salio. At some point you thought that was a goal.
Yes, and that was Cyril Jamed there. That was, of course, going very close to the goal net. But Siffoe need to wake up, and that is a wake-up call. A second goal for Jambur might be a game over for Siffoe probably. But Siffoe need to, of course, pick themselves up and find for that equalizer if they want to put this game back to life, or if they want to bring this game back to life.
If they want to bring parity in this contest, they definitely need to walk up their socks. Siffoe Lamin Mendy trying to maneuver his way on, currently struggling against the defenders of Jambur, who are definitely very much solid and trying to nullify every danger being posed by Siffoe. And currently the central referee and Sumana Sajang has already given that. Jambur on the driving seat. Siffoe currently trailed by a goal to nil. And of course, Kombo South District Football Committee will definitely award the Giant Trophy, whooping $55,000 in cash prize and $45,000 in cash prize to the runners-up. And of course, individual awards, the most disciplined team will have a certificate and a trophy. Aside from the 55 and 45 to the winner and runner-up, Best Fan Club will go home with certificate plus $2,000. whooping $2,000 plus the certificate. Siffoe on the attack, Lamin Mendy around the edge. Can he get something this time around? The goalkeeper equal to that. Fantastic strike from Lamin Mendy. But the goalkeeper, Idrissa Jansi to the rescue of Jambur as Jambur still maintain the 1-0 advantage. From the Sanyang football field, currently the supporters of Siffoe are anxiously waiting for that equalizer, while the supporters of Jambur are hoping to hold on to that 1-0 advantage. Get the second. Currently Siffoe will definitely have the opportunity to benefit from this corner. Can they get something from this? And already the central referee, Ansumana Sanyang, is currently working on something. Currently working on that, as currently it's a crowded penalty area. And currently cross comes in, partly dealt with by Jambur, who are walking up their socks, and currently Aliu Rasul, that central referee, has already given that. That was definitely going to be a set piece at the promising angle. Lamin Original Dabo, it is definitely lively. Of course, we have seen a magnificent possessive display in the first half, but already in the second half, it is just entertaining and lively.
I think Siffoe are now back into the game because, as you can see, they are creating chances, but they are not creating that in front of goal. I think the second half is going to be very tense because Jambur are doing everything possible to maintain their lead, while Siffoe are fighting hard to restore parity before the end of the match here.
Before the end of this contest, and just as I said earlier, aside from the $55,000 and $45,000 for the cash prize and for the winner and runners-up, there's going to be an award for the most disciplined team, a certificate and trophy, best fan club, certificate plus $2,000, best player trophy and $1,000, and a certificate. Leading goal scorer is going to receive a pair of shoes, and currently is a set piece. Aliu Seka currently behind the ball. Two-man wall assembled by Jambur. Siffoe currently. Aliu Sen currently behind the ball. 11 on his back. And Aliu Sen at a promising angle. Jambur currently walking off their serves in trying to defend this. Can Siffoe at least produce something miraculous here? Aliu Sen gets that ball around the area. Glancing header coming from Jambur, and of course cleared by the boys dressed in red corner. Aliu.
Yes, I believe Aliu Sen was, of course, waiting for a man around the area just to put the ball towards him. But of course, officials were also opting for the number 15 to drop back, and Ali have to change his mind again to go for a straight set piece. But that was a very good defensive work there by Jambur and inside that penalty box. And now they benefit a goal kick. And look at the way Jambur defend. Off the ball, they're always, of course, defending well, and they're not allowing Siffoe to settle on the ball. I saw someone asking Violence TV, the turnout is kind of poor. I believe Usman have to, of course, pan his camera on the other side because this is a massive turnout in this district final part.
This is, of course, the Kombo District Football Tournament. And the tournament at its final, Jambur in their own half. The boys dressed in red colors. Already the central referee, Ansumana Sanyang, has already awarded that. And Jambur will benefit from that. Of course, Lamin Bojang, the central defender, currently having the defensive partnership alongside team captain Idrissa Bojang. In case you're just joining us, Jambur currently on the driving seat, leading by a goal to nil, courtesy of the number 6 Idrissa Marong, who slotted home the opening goal in the first half to give the slender advantage against Siffoe. Jambur on the attack now. Siffoe on some defensive duty. It's a tussle between the right back and the offensive player for Jambur, and Siffoe trying to keep that ball. And of course, already it's a corner signaled by the assistant referee, and claps and cheers coming from the faithfuls of Jambur as they hope to keep onto this 1-0 advantage if they don't get the second goal. And of course, this tournament is proudly and officially bankrolled by Kombo District Football Committee under the dynamic and able leadership of Mr. Bakari Bojang, who also doubled as the president of West Coast Region Football Association. Currently is a corner. Jambur on the driving seat. Cross comes in, and this time around straight into the custodian's glove. Aliu Dabo in goal currently for Siffoe. And Siffoe wouldn't be in anything, and already Lamin Mendy controls that ball beautifully. Maneuvers his way out. He's definitely going to try to use his pace against his marker. Can he get something? And of course tries. Wasted opportunities, Aliu. And the players should have done better. Lamin Mendy had every opportunity to fire home. But of course, squandered yet another glorious opportunity for Siffoe. And of course, Siffoe still trailed by a goal to nil, while Jambur still maintained this slender advantage at the Siffoe football, at the Sanyang football field, I repeat. And Saliu, I'm trying to phantom what's going to be the look of things if Siffoe is able to hit the back of the net. And also, if Jambur is able to get the second goal. Of course, we're definitely going to have interesting and crazy scenes at the Siffoe, and of course at the Sanyang football field in this hugely attended final between Jambur and Siffoe.
Absolutely, Pa. And of course, that was a very good opportunity for Mendy. And I believe he lost his, of course, plans by the defensive work of Jambur's defense line. Of course, an offside against the striker of Jambur. But Mendy is a joy to watch. And I believe Siffoe are trying to use Mendy on their route to goal. And that is why the number 2 of Jambur is having a difficult night against the tall lanky Mendy in this game.
Tall and lanky. Time running out for Siffoe. They need to score, else they will surrender the giant trophy. Moving 45. And of course the gold medals to Jambur, who are currently on the driving seat, leading by a goal to nil. And the final touch from Siffoe and Jambur wouldn't be in any hurry as the score is currently in their favor. Currently in their favor, 1-0. At the Sanyang football field, the famous Sanyang football field, the home of Kombo District Football Committee. And currently that seems to be the discussion between the team captain of Jambur and the central referee, Ansumana Sanyang. That seems to be discussion. Idrissa Bojang, 17 team captain, he seems to be a bit furious at the central referee Ansumana Sanyang seems to have handed his final warning. And the goalkeeper Idrissa Jase will definitely get that. Jase in goal, and of course the starting 11 for Jambur is Idrissa Jase in goal. Lamin Bojang, Idrissa Bojang, team captain Modu Jete, Mon Lamin Jallo, Serif Jame, Idrissa Marong, who scored the only goal, and his goal is still the difference. Kajali Kasama, Lamin Jata, Ismail Ambai, Senna Jub, complete the 11, and Jambur is under the guidance of Malang Dabo, Omar Chaman, Abdullah Chao, while Mustafa Kamara, Lamin Jabang, and Sirifo Ture on the dugout for Siffoe. Started this game with Aliu Dabo in goal. Bubakar Seka, Ensa Koli, Omar Sise, Baba Koli, team captain, Sadio Bojang, Omar Sambo, Aliu Sen, Lamin Mendy, Madiko Jame, and Ibrahim Jata. Currently advantage Jambur, and Jambur will now have the opportunity to deliver. And of course, having the presence of key of dignitaries at the Sanyang football field. Key among them is President of Gambia Football Federation, Lamin Kababa Bakari. Okay, the CEO of Gambian Deutschland, Ismail Anjai, Director of Finance, Gambia Football Federation, Idrissa Jame, Gambia Football Federation, Adimai Kante, ESCO member, Ibu Kamara, Shea BDC Jambur, Lamin Kante, CEO of Bombada Football Club, Mankaman Jawla, team management, Gambian Deutschland, and of course having the presence of the Honorable Councillor Boto Bojang of Sanyang Ward, and of course earlier on, under the presentation to Kombo District Football Committee from Brikama area council, not a decent one from Ali Hussein. Jambur on the attack. Can they get the second? Still trying to unlock the solid defense of Siffoe, who trailed by a goal to the central referee Ansumana Sanyang. This time is really interested. Our team captain picks possession for Siffoe. Ali Hussein again has already switched position from the right to the left. Aliu currently with TMT and squares the ball on the far side, wasted opportunity again. As Jambur picks possession through Siffoe Jame. Around the center circle, the boys dressed in red, currently on the driving seat. Will they be able to hold on? Currently it's going to be substitution for both Siffoe and Jambur, and they are currently working on getting either an advantage again or getting the equalizer. Saliu, crazy scenes. And already substitution for Jambur. Jambur will definitely let go of who? We have to wait for that confirmation. And the player coming in. It's going to be double substitution for Siffoe. Double substitution for Siffoe. And a single substitution for Jambur. Siffoe currently down. Jambur holding the slender advantage. 1-0 is the current score. And the commentary coming from Lamin Party. Salim Jalo Nicolas Pass. Mohamed Dukure Lamin Original Dabo. And of course, our very own colleague and brother, Abdul Latif FD Jata is already with us. And of course, behind camera presence for LSTV, the Masalan Osman Camera, lively and entertaining from the Sanyang football field in the 2025 and 26 final. And Aliu is already ratio. Central referee has already called on the player. Possibly. Substitution for Siffoe. We will definitely confirm that shortly. Lively and entertaining. Lively and entertaining. Lively and entertaining from the Sanyang football field in case you just monitoring situations on live on LSTV1. And of course, if you can't make it to the Siffoe football field, just a click of the button will surely get you at the Siffoe, at the Sanyang football field rather. Lamin Original L. It has been a fascinating first half. Already we have seen an interesting and lively second half. Siffoe currently down by a goal to nil, but have already introduced fresh legs in possibly having the opportunity in getting this game back to parity.
Yes, but they introduced several fresh legs to strengthen their team in order to stand any chance of leveling matters. As Siffoe, Lamin had a chance to level matters. So these two squads is chance away, and they are doing everything here before the end of the game to level matters. On the side of Jambur, I think they are defending very well, and they capitalize on the counter-attack. If they happen to score a goal here, it's going to be very, very difficult for Siffoe to bounce back. On the side of Siffoe, they are fighting hard to level matters, and they are creating chances, but they are not making best use of them, especially Lamin in 19.
Siffoe still hoping to get a level up before the end of the contest. But currently, the captain armband has already been handed. And Siffoe will have the opportunity to benefit from the set piece. Currently down by a goal to nil. Will they be able to get a level up? Ali Hussein will surely probably get this delivery. Currently behind the ball. And the left is and team captain. We will definitely get you the confirmations of their names. And we are currently trying to confirm them before. Ali Hussein gets the ball around the area. That was another glorious opportunity. Wasted opportunity coming from Siffoe. Of course, Siffoe trying to fire from every cylinder, but they are still trailing by a goal to nil against a resolute Jambur side who are hoping to either hold on to this 1-0 advantage or have the chance of getting the second. Currently, it is 1-0 to Jambur Siffoe trail. It's going to be a set piece. The goalkeeper will be in any hole. The custodian Idrissa Jase going long, glancing head at Siffoe around the center circle, and Jambur will surely use the opportunity to move the ball forward again. What a way to end the 2025-26 edition. And of course, we can confirm the presence of Honorable Keba Madiboja and Lamin Ture, who have already joined us at the Sanyang football field. And already Siffoe on the attack again. And Salujan, we will definitely be able to find together the confirmation of the substitutions effected by Siffoe and of course Jambur earlier on.
Yes, quickly, Pafati for Jambur. Modupari is in for Lamin Jata, and Modupari adorned the number 18 jersey.
Tired legs up. Siffoe currently trailed by a goal to nil. Amadou Demba, the team captain, introduced newly. Trying to maneuver his way out. Get that ball forward. Massive clearance coming from Jambur. And Jambur currently having more Lamin Jalo, who is operating on the left side of the defense. And Jalo will slowly move that out again. Another massive clearance. They will definitely hope to protect this 1-0 advantage if they can't get the second.
And that clearance means anyhow or anywhere will do for Jambur as Siffoe continues searching for that equalizer.
Siffoe continues hard. Jambur still holding on to this slender advantage. Glancing header. Another opportunity for Siffoe around the area. And Jambur picks it. And Jambur will surely move the ball from their own half to their opposition half. Currently having key of their players behind the ball in either trying to protect this. And Hussein controls that ball beautifully. Gets that down. Not a decent one. And Siffoe were able to recover. Amadou Demba, great possessive display. And Siffoe lost it. Regained possession swiftly. And Jambur currently gets that ball forward. And the player Idrissa Marong, who scored the only goal, and Idrissa's goal is still the difference. And currently lively and entertaining. Siffoe walking the
chance of getting an equalizer. Will they be able to get it? But currently the score is 1-0 and 1-0 in favor of Jambur. Siffoe possibly walking on. Get that ball forward. The flag of the assistant referee stayed down. Siffoe, can they get something? Central referee Ansumana Sanyang not interested. Calling in for a foul, but the central referee not interested. As Jambur picks possession. Siffoe kicks it swiftly. Switches the play from the right-hand side on the attack now. And Siffoe trying to pick up themselves through Esa Koli. Esa lost it to Jambur now. Jambur, can they get something? And Jambur will now rely on Ismail Ambai, who squares that ball on the far side. That's a glancing header. And Siffoe will possibly have the chance of clearing that ball massively. It has been an entertaining showdown on and off the pitch. On and off the pitch. On the pitch, Siffoe battling it out against Jambur, and off the pitch, and the fans are definitely doing their work, Saliu Jalo.
Absolutely, and it has been a one-way traffic, and Siffoe are dominating possession for now, and Ali Hussein they fouled in his own half. They're still knocking the doors, asking questions over and over. Ali on, Mendy's strike was saved by the shortstop of Jambur. That was a save that can lead you through the trophy celebration. And now there's a player in red inside the center circle. What is the motive behind it? I don't know. Probably he's still trying to, of course, make his statement heard by the opponent's players. But there is a player that is warming up, probably the fan favorite. The number 8 of Jambur ready to be introduced. But it has been a one-way traffic. There is a community meeting from Jambur. The goalkeeper is part of that community meeting part. They're trying to regroup themselves because they know they're leading. And what matters is to get this score line to the last minute if they are to become champions. But Siffoe still believe that there is still time for them.
And currently a player down in for Jambur. At any moment from now, Jambur will introduce 2 fresh legs. And possibly trying to protect this slender advantage or get the second. While Siffoe currently working hard. And definitely working hard. In possibly trying to get an equalizer. Can they get an equalizer? Yes, that's the million-dollar question. But currently, that is the biggest ambition for head coach Mustafa Kamara, Lamin Jabang and Siffoe Tudor. But the biggest ambition for Malam Kabo, Omar Chairman, of course, Abdullah Jao, is to either protect this 1-0 advantage or get the second. And of course, Jambur dressed in red shorts and white socks, while Siffoe in green colors, green shorts and green socks. Play from our left to right, while Jambur kicking from our right to left. Amadou Demba, get that ball down. Kohli, who is playing at the left-sided defensive. This one is, of course, a tricky one. Coming from Aliu Sen. And Aliu dribble pass one and float that ball forward. And of course, unfortunately for Siffoe, that ball was definitely cleared out by Jambur. And Jambur having the solid defenders who are definitely working hard. Any moment from now, double substitution. Sehna Diouf is one of the players to be taking off. Sehna Diouf is one of the players to be taking off, and Salim will surely confirm the latest players shortly. Interesting and lively from the Sanyang football field. On and off the pitch, and of course the game is live on LSTV1, and currently the centre forward Sehna Fall is coming off alongside Kajali Kasama. Sehna and Kajali are coming off, and they will of course be introduced or replaced. Of course, lively and entertaining. Kajali Kasama off. Sehna Diouf off, and of course first legs to be introduced. We will get those confirmations from Saliu Jalo. Interesting and lively. LSTV1 is currently live and live from the Sanyang football field in the 2025-26 final. On the Sanyang football field and live on LSTV1, Kohli gets that ball. And now the attack coming from Siffoe. Float that ball around the area, around the edge of the 18, Lamin Mendy. And finally, there seems to be a goal kick as signaled by the central referee, and already 2 players down injured for Jambur. Probably they will definitely use to make some minutes to wind down the clock as the score is currently in their favor.
Yes, midway into the second half as Jambur is still leading. Siffoe by a goal to nil. The goal came in first half, and Jambur are still fighting hard to maintain their lead in order to clinch their first ever Kombo South District tournament. While Siffoe are with 3 trophies, and they can't afford to lose this game against Jambur to lift their 4th trophy. So for that being the case, it's a difficult game for Siffoe, but they are fighting tooth and nail to level matters and they are creating chances perfectly.
Thank you very much, Lamin Original Dabo, Aliaron Salil Jalo, and of course at the commentary cabin, Mohamed Dukure, Nicolas Baz, and of course Abdul Latif, MD Jata, of course a colleague and brother. Salil, there were substitutions, of course, get those confirmations.
Yes, thank you. It's a double substitution for the team that is leading by a goal to nil. Senachuf and Kachali Gassama are out for Keba Malang Puchang and Fote Minte, respectively. That is the number 8 and the number 7 for Jambur.
Thank you very much, Salil Jalo. And still Jambur leading by a goal to nil. And from the Sanyang football field, a whole lot of
15 minutes to go.
And of course,
15 minutes to go.
And we have under 15 minutes of normal time. And what is expected to be added on unofficial. And the center referee and the team having the official time. The center referee Ansumana Sanyang Bumba Swise is of course serving as one of the assistants and Luseka Victor Demba for the assistant referee and Modu Bia, the match commissioner in this lively and entertaining showdown between Siffoe and Jambur. And of course, when we made mention of under 15 minutes, the players of Siffoe might be saying yes, we have to redouble up of our efforts, while the players of Jambur might be saying yes, we have just 15 minutes to defend this 1-0 advantage. Sally, we're definitely going to see the final 15 minutes. Of course, will definitely give us a lot of excitement as far as this contest is concerned.
Yes, of course, for Siffoe, the clock is ticking faster. But for Jambur, they did not want this time to be announced for now, because the clock is really going slowly for them. But since of course, coming up the second now, we haven't seen the best from Jambur. We understand they're trying to protect the lead. And the goalkeeper, of course, Siffoe have been on a holiday on different occasions or pieces. And it has been a one-way traffic. And it's more of like, anytime the ball came on the side of Jambur, they have to kick the ball out of danger. And Ali Hussein is always on the danger part. And here comes Ali again.
And that is Ali Lamin Mendy calling in for a penalty, but the central referee not interested. Central referee Ansumana Sanyang waving for a play on instead of awarding a penalty as judged by the players of Siffoe. Interesting on final scenes from the Sanyang football field. What a way to wrap up this edition. And of course, the 2025-26 edition of the Kombo District Football Tournament. It started with 25 solid communities, and now we are on the left with Siffoe and Jambur. And Jambur on the far. And currently Jambur gets the ball forward. The flag of the assistant referee has already been raised up for an offside, and Jambur penalized Salio Jalo. And of course, what they mean, they had the glorious opportunity, but already penalized by the flag of the assistant referee.
But that was a very good football there from the number 10, that is of course Ismail Ambai, one of the shortest in the pitch. He dilly-dallied past two players of Siffoe and fine Minte was on an offside position. But of course, that was an opportunity for Siffoe. Here they come again. But the man in blue watches that ball rolls over for a goal kick. They keep on asking questions over and over. And it is Jambur that is leading Siffoe by a goal to nil. What a final that we are watching here, and what a turnout for.
Omar will definitely be introduced. Thank you very much, colleague and brother Abdul Latif MD Jata. And of course, Siffoe will definitely introduce two fresh legs as they keep on searching for an equalizer. And currently, Siffoe nil, Jambur 1 is still the current score. Jambur still holding on to the advantage. And of course, in our midst, we have the president of Gambia Football Federation, Lamin Kaba Bajo, Mr. Kemo Sise, CEO, Gambian Dutch Lions, Ismail Anjai, Director of Finance, Gambia Football Federation, Idrissa Jani, Ajamai Kande, Ibu Kamara, Lamin Kante, Mankaman Jawla, and of course, having the presence of a whole lot of other dignitaries. And of course, the Councillor for Sanyang Ward, Honorable Boto Bojam, is already with us and has already presented the donation of Brikama area Sanyang football field, in case you're just monitoring situations from the Sanyang football field, and of course live on LSTV1 Parliament Party. Salute Jalo, and of course a lineup of our colleagues and brothers. Nicolas Baz, Mohamed Dukure, Lamin Original Committee under the able and dynamic leadership of Mr. Bakari Bojang. I call him the People's President of Kombo District Football Committee and also West Coast Region Football Association. And of course, having of Kombo South District Football Committee. Omar Keita introduced one of the fantastic players, young lads for the Siffoe side. And of course, was part of the West Coast zonal team for the Brikama zonal team. Cross comes in from Jambur, partly cleared, and Jambur still searching for the second goal. And currently Siffoe now. And Siffoe will chase team captain for Jambur Idrissa Bojang. Squares that ball on the far side. Omar Keita the new entrant. Rashid and central referee. Omar wouldn't want to stay any minute on the ground as the score is currently not in their favor.
Yes, absolutely. Umar Keita is joined by Victor Samuko. So Umar Sise is out and Baba Koli is also out. So Baba, the team captain, is off, and now the number 8 is giving the captain band. That is the deputy captain for Siffoe.
Amadou Demba is now the team captain for Siffoe. And currently Ansumana Sanyang central referee. Lively and entertaining. Not only lively on the pitch, but lively and entertaining on and off the pitch.
9 minutes to go.
Football field. Can we say we have under 9 minutes of normal time on what is expected to be added on for Siffoe to get this equalizer, or else they will surrender. Surrender what? The Giant Trophy, Rubin 45, 55, I beg your pardon. Cash prize to Jambur, who are still maintaining this slender advantage. Courtesy over Idrissa Marong's first half strike. And Jambur, will they be able to hold on to this slender advantage? Remains the biggest ambition and question, as they currently have it under 9 minutes of normal time, and what is expected to be added on for Jambur to claim their very first trophy. I repeat, the very first trophy of Kombo South District Football Competition. And of course, if they are able to hold on to the 1-0 advantage, they will surely do that under the able and dynamic leadership of President Bakari Bojang of Kombo South District Football Committee and West Coast Region Football Association.
You're very right, Pafati, but history has it that this competition have also presented us new champions that are born on a different occasion with a surprise one to be precise. And if history is to go by, Jambur are going for their maiden trophy in a maiden final in the history books to be precise. But of course, football is sometimes cruel. You expect the unexpected, and miracles do happen. And Siffoe still believe miracles do happen in football. Can they restore parity remains the $1 million question. Jambur are not going for that tiki-taka. They're not giving you the beautiful football that you want to see here. If you pay a ticket for that to see from Jambur, forget it. Because they have a goal, and of course that to defend. And they have to defend the lead with their hearts and minds. And that is offside. A sigh of relief for Jambur, for the disappointing phases for Siffoe in these final touches of this final. Well, there is history in the making in this final, Pafati.
There is, yes there is. Currently Jambur on the driving seat. Will they be able to maintain and hold on to this slender advantage? You talk to many, of course, all the supporters of Jambur. They'll tell you, yes, the trophy is heading home. And Siffoe will also tell you, yes, the trophy is heading home. It's going to be an attack from the new entrant, and the goalkeeper wouldn't be in any hurry as he got at that ball with full of confidence. Busy technical area for Siffoe today. Of course, one of the assistants for the head coach, Mustafa Kamara. What a way to wrap this up. Of course, in the 2025-26 edition of the Kombo South District Football Tournament, Siffoe on the attack again. And you see chases, massive clearance coming from Jambur. Omar Keita around the center circle, possesses that ball so well, switches the play to Lamin Medi. Siffoe on the attack again, trying to get a leveler. Cross comes in, and this time around straight into the cloth of the netminder. But before that, the flag of the assistant referee. As I was going to report something, Salu, but I am definitely afraid to report that. Somebody was on the verge of celebrating a Kukia. Well, anyway, we have to get that concentration, but already it's an offside, and Jambur will definitely have the opportunity.
But there is also somebody sitting on an egg behind us here. You know, the PR of Jambur Sports might be reciting the last verses of the Quran, Pafati. And absolutely, he nearly fell down behind us. And we just want to send a signal to the Red Cross that there is someone behind us and you need to be watchful. But then Lamin Fati was caught offside there. And the goalkeeper was there on time. But despite the flag was there in favor of Jambur. I tell you, strikers win you matches, defenders win you titles. And that is what Jambur is doing right now here.
This is what Jambur is doing. What Siffoe are leading in our for Jambur. This is Aliu. Squares that ball on the far side to Lamin Mendy. Can he keep that ball in play? Yes, he does. Get that ball around the edge of the 18. Can Siffoe get something? Omar Geta! Straight into the close of the netminder. That was definitely a weak one. I could remember he scored from a similar angle at the Box Mini Stadium in the Brikama Super Cup. But this time around, his effort was definitely a weak one as the goalkeeper gathered that ball easily. And Omar Geta. And that's going to be a yellow card. Siffoe desperately in need of that equalizer. Will they be able to get that? He made the $1 million question, Sally.
Well, under 4 minutes plus additional time. And official, we are still counting. And Apukumanjago will take the set piece. Mendy, here down the number 19 jersey. Well, Apukumanjago Digafur. You understand the language. And it's an outswinger there. Well, Pafati, every chance is going into a play and green! And that is, of course, Jambur fighting tooth and nail. And here comes the new entrance in number 9, looking for that opportunity. A defender in red, defender with his heart.
Omar strikes and finally guarded by the goalkeeper. And Jambur will use every opportunity to wind down the clock as the score is currently in their favor. The goalkeeper down and already there's another player down for Jambur.
Yes, course, the number 10 in it. That is Ismail Ambai. Is on the ground and Ambai was early on booked. That is the first card in this final. And now, Pafati, the faithfuls of Jambur have started believing that 2026 is for Jambur, is for Barrow Pojang, the president of Jambur Sports Committee. But of course, hold on. Miracles do happen in football. Look at that community meeting from Jambur's technical side. And likewise, Siffoe. And they still believe that, of course, the telephone lights are on. And it might be a trophy parade en route to Jambur. A stone throw to Farato. Remember, they have a representative here supporting Jambur. We cannot mention names. We are sitting on, of course, on a neutral ground park.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. In the final moments of this lively and entertaining showdown, if there is a question of are you entertained, the answer will definitely be yes, we are definitely entertained on off the pitch. Look at the celebrations on off the pitch. And I believe that must be the supporters of Jambur as the age is closer and Jambur edging closer towards clinching a trophy. It's a marathon throw coming from Siffoe around the area, granting her a massive one for that matter. And Aliu picks possession, trying to get the central referee to award that opportunity. But the central referee, Ansumana Sanyang, is in the least interested, and it's definitely going to be. Anyway, there's no ball here.
Scarcity of balls in Sanyang. Probably the prayers of Jambur have reached heaven, Pa.
Anyway, they have to wait and wait. Already the ball is already out and already
yeah, they're complaining that is not the official match ball to be precise, but there is still time to be played for. We have under 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. And finally, the official match ball is in. Pa, football is a fair play game.
Thank you very much. In the final moments, Aliu said, it's not a foul. Yes, giving us the promising angle again. What a moment. What a moment.
Yeah.
What a moment. And of course, in the final moments in this lively and entertaining showdown. And of course, Siffoe having an opportunity at a promising angle. Aliu Sen run down. And of course, Aliu Sen will definitely have the opportunity to get that.
Well, Aliu Sen was brought down, and Aliu Sen with the set piece. But on the other side, Aliu Dabo is asked to go back to his goal post. He was going, probably, he wanted to be a goalkeeper turned striker when Benfica played Real Madrid in the Champions League. And the man from Ukraine rose the highest. But this time around, Aliu Dabo is asked to stay put. And Aliu Hussein, probably the prayers of Siffoe, Marich Heaven, probably the final is going for the lottery. And now it's over to Aliu Hussein.
It's now or never. Aliu Hussein currently behind the ball. Scored from a similar angle in the round of 16 victory over Newfoundland at the Siffoe football field. Massive wall straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper is already down, and of course this is definitely going to be 5 minutes on and on. That's a yellow card. 5 solid minutes on and on. 5 minutes on and on for Siffoe to get this game to parity. Or else they will surrender the giant trophy, moving 55 to, of course, the boys dressed in red colors. Jambur, who are still maintaining this slender advantage. Look at their fans on the far end. They are still believing and continue to believe that the trophy is definitely heading to Jambur. While Siffoe are still hopeful that they can definitely turn this game over its head.
Yeah, but by my watch, it is very difficult. You defended 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and now, for more than 50 minutes, the goal came in the 28th minute of the first half. And since then, Jambur have been defending this lead with their hearts and minds. And of course, now the shotstopper marries the ground, and you have all the time on the wall to waste. But we still have a pending 5 minutes to play in this final. Abdul Latif, welcome to Sanya.
Thank you very much, Salut Jallo. Good evening, everybody, wherever you are here at Sanya Football Fall. A great finals between Siffoe and Jambur here in Sanya Football Fall. Two great teams with great players, but at the moment, Jambur is leading here by Lonjao. And the author of the goal was there. Number 10, Idrissa Marong. He scored a fantastic goal for them as they lead here balloon goal. And Siffoe got a free kick from the left-hand side of the field. Free kick comes in, the ball went straight into the gloves of Jambur goalkeeper. He has a knock on the way, he goes down. He wins a free kick for them, and himself will take. This is Jambur goalkeeper now, trying to launch the ball forward. Yes, he does. Not for so long. Ball bobbles, they play is not for so long. Picks up there by Jambur again. They're trying to break through, but no. Siffoe clear the ball from their line. They play quick 1-2, beautifully good running from the left-hand side. Can he keep sitting? But no. Too much of pace on the ball as the ball went over the touch line. Go into Jambur from the right-hand side of the field as they are running from right to left, whilst Siffoe is running from left to right. And still Jambur leading here balloon goal, headed away. They head sit back again by Jambur. Siffoe clear the ball from their line. Jambur heads, and Siffoe player goes down. Central referee was not interested. And he said handball, ball being handled in there by Siffoe player. And he goes down. Central referee was not interested anymore. He only awarded free kick to Jambur, and the captain will take. Central referee look at his clock again. Play continues. He spread it wide at the far wide. Super control there, nicely done. He sent across inside the area. The goalkeeper was mad, but the flag raised up again. Jambur number 7 was total offside. That was their new entrance. And Siffoe goalkeeper will take Aliu Dabo. He urges men to push forward. Substitution about to take place on the side of Jambur. They will rest there, number 10, the author of the goal. That was Marong. Is coming in, of course, for number 10, and Marong will enjoy the rest of the game on the substitute bench as they lead Chabanen goal. The goalkeeper launched the ball for flick, and an easy time for goalkeeper. Idrissa Jassi. He's enjoying all the moment here as they lead Chabanen goal. He gathered that ball comfortably. Without any troubles, he bumps the ball comfortably again and again. With the left footer, he sent a long and a high ball. Wasted ball as the ball bubbles over the touch line. Throw into Siffoe. They become restless.
Their number 19 will take time to make a quick play. Lami Mendy. He finds the new entrance. Quick 1-2. Strongly challenged there by Jambur. Player goes down. Referee say advantage. They place the ball inside the center circle. Their captain was there. He's been pushed on the wall. He wins a free kick for them. Another new entrance for them. He positioned that ball for them himself. He launched it forward inside the penalty area. Is it time for Jassy, Idrissa Jassy? He catch that ball comfortably and he landed on the ground. He has a knock on the wall. Central referee was not interested. He said, play on. He bumps it again and again beautifully with this time left foot, a third time referee waving for play on. He knocks it forward. Easy time for the new entrance. Good running. Number 14, the flag stayed down at the far left side of the field, trying to break through. Can he let him go? He's finding his way through. He's across. Ball unloads everyone as the ball went over the goal line. And goal kick to the captain of Siffoe now. Their goalkeeper, Aliou Dabo, trying to make a quick play, but no. He knocks it forward again. Central referee look at his clock again. Easy time there for Siffoe now. They knocks it forward at the far left side of the field. They're trying to break through. Can he let him go? But no. Strongly challenged there by Siffoe with the ball. They find their captain beautifully. Nicely done. Here they go now. Here's a big chance, but no. Solid defensive work there by Jambur as the ball rolls over the touchline. Throw into Siffoe again. Quickly been taking head of the wall. Another throw into Siffoe again. Still from the left-hand side of the field near the corner flag. They become restless. Throw comes in. Good one. Strongly challenge there, but no. Still Siffoe with the ball. Very weak cross. Easy time for Jambur. They clear the ball from their line. Good running as well by their new entrance, number 7, but too much of pace on the ball as the ball went over the touchline. Throw into Siffoe now. They will give way to their number 11. Aliou Sen quickly been taking. Central referee look at his clock. I think he said, let's cool it down. We send the two teams back to the dressing room. Full time here, 1-2 Jambur and 0 to Siffoe here at Sanyang football field. Ambassador Jallo, I just want to warm myself.
Thank you very much, Abdul Latif. Finally, Idris Samarang's goal in the 20th minute is the decider. In this edition, the champions of the land, Jambur to be precise. Well, of course, experience matters, but not today for Siffoe. Yes, they are married with 3 trophies in the trophy cabin, but Idris Samarang is the most important man today for Jambur in this Kombo district football final. The trophy is heading to Jambur. Thank you, Sumana and the team. Congrats. Sorry. Congrats. Congrats. Yeah. Wow, what a moment. What a journey for Jambur. Hard luck to Siffoe. They came, they saw, but they couldn't conquer. And today, Jambur will celebrate. The trophy have left the sport committee and Tanya the holders. It is heading to Jambur. And Mr. President in Baro Bojang, you'll be the happiest man on planet Earth today. What a moment for Jambur. Original L.
Yeah. What a moment for Jambur. They have won. They have first ever Kombo district tournament. For the first time in their history, after defeating Siffoe by a goal to nil in the final play here at the Sanyang football field. What a moment for Jambur. This is their first ever Kombo district tournament title. Salou Jallo. I think it's a big moment for them today.
Absolutely. A day to be remembered in the history books of Jambur. Talkless of the Kombo South, under the watchful eyes of the Gambia football president. And that is, of course, Mr. Lamin Kababajo. Under the watchful eyes of the current financial director. Under the watchful eyes of Mr. Kemo Sise. CEO of Gambian Dutch Lions, and of course, a JFF Presidential Comocos 2026. Well, under this TOCO, Mr. Bakari Bojang, we parade. Well, of course, the Honorable Boto Bojang, the Councillor for Sanyang Ward is here with us. The President of Siffoe was here. The President of Jambur is celebrating. Trophy made in heaven. They are finally shook hands with paradise and the praise of rich heaven. Well, Achamai is also here with us. She is a GFF ESCO member. Married with women football, Ocaso football at the highest order. A final well organized. The trophy is heading to Jambur. At one point in time, the trophy spent 9 months in Gunjur and then in Tanje, and in Tanje again for the second time. But this time around, the trophy is heading to Jambur for the first time ever in the history books of this state competition. Original L, what a turnout, and community football is well shown.
Yeah, a fantastic turnout here at the Sanyang football field, the Kombo South District biggest football fiesta final between Jambur and Siffoe, which ended 1-0 in favor of Jambur after clinched their first ever Kombo South District football tournament title. A big show in Jambur tonight for being the champions of the Kombo South District tournament for the first time in their history. It's a big joy for the people of Jambur. Salute.
Well, just talk us through in Mandinka Original L, the journey of this tourney and the route to the final for Jambur and Siffoe just in Mandinka, or you can manglish it.
Okay, abarakabake Salute Jalo. Ko salu ya fu nyamin drong ni nata en kadam for me Kombo South District tournament oti Siffoe anin Jambur ne jibe ikay tan DJ ko en timol ya kata bagale ñi sade flolo sakuna ko Jambur bawni ajibe Jambur semi final mi yalongo inin Gunjur ya play jam ante fa bi janne olumo ngaje kadam for me play Gunjur bute 3-1 so white and DJ ko de Jambur satero mi yalongo ni da final o satanole Siffoe fana satero mi yalongo Gunjur ye bute 2-0 ni na da group stage o minto anda wode ke ngaje katom fana bute white and DJ ko ni sate floli be musatel le min ni alongo su Kombo South fenomeno ni win nole bal jim bi ngajele Jambur wonna da golo indun Idrissa Maron kadam fo kunya flo nyindo inata majo in ganye kadanya kilani feng wodo mosa fo Jambur ini abara ka fo Siffoe go hard lock next time bigala ba Kombo South District fenomeno aloyta ne kama kaje ko Kombo South District dingol kega kilinte anim fana kajen nakadam fo Kombo South pour aser wano nyami barka fo Siffoe anim fana Jambur ko yakata bagale ila fansol minni alongo discipline throughout the tournament mbeten dula ke jay fana hola anim fana Kombo South District Football Committee minni alongo e tolla yin trophy la ba ngamay ko moma sponsor fon la sponsor be fana ten dula ke jay pake Salute Jalo.
Thank you very much, Original L. You heard that loud and clear. That, of course, it is a self-sponsored tourney. And here the champion will be crowned. We are still decorating, but what a turnout. And this is community football. They speak one language, and that is cut down for Original L.
Yeah, kwa nyami wolonde ba ne be sade la kadam fo mi alan community football ko sale ya fo nyami won min ti wala ni dikaje ko mbe ka tan kanklen ne kom nimba nyami ndo ko sade be kanklen ne ka Siffoe anin Jambur la fa ma mangi ko o sade fulo la ba min nyawolo ni diko ko sade be kanklen ne ni na football la ko sade na tundo nyinto ba ne be ko sade district tournament adalon tournament do min ni alan go itol sawo se dol ka neni ni districto mal be gibe kambe jang anda am fene mi yalon ko ameda ka pele Kombo sort jang barka fale dron Kombo sa districto meno bi minne ko bo nyinta wolon jamburuti ani tore minno wute wolon sipor kadanya kiling anim ven sanya nakada bae bado bi badi ngolo sali of la ngante na temere dron mbajela ba nyara fengo dila molla minni alon ko wolle kanyeta ani mor minni alon ko nyafa koke Kombo sa districto meno to nyina.
You're absolutely right, original, but not also forgetting to note that this competition of produce talents. Others are outside the country and others are participating in the second and the first division. We now call on the teams to come forward for the presentation. While trophies and certificates will be awarded. The leading goal scorer will be married with a football today, medals as well. There is other trophies attached to it. The giant one is heading to Jambur, the most important community right now in the land of Kombo South, original. But we are calling on Jambur and Siffoe to come forward, please. And we prepare for the presentation and the trophy celebration as well.
Well, thank you very much, Salu Jalo. Can the team please come forward for the presentation ceremony here at the Sanyan football field? It's all over here. And the team left is now the presentation of Giant Trophy to the winners, Jambur, and the runners of prize to Siffoe, and the individual award to certain individuals here at the Sanyan football field. Is all set for the presentation of award and Giant Trophy to the winners of this year's Kombo South District Tournament, Jambur. Mbano ko afu nyamindong atemela ka charndri fengo di molla minni alonko walla ka nyer keninata award la jang Kombo South District Tournament on nyinang ibalarin tenne temela bagerong woko nyimbadalla ko walarin jantene ka fale Gambia Football Federation la président Ingela Lamin Kawa Bajoti Abidjanne kata ke Mosise CEO Gambia Dotland afana Abidjana ni mo kuma jama minni alon golle kama mankara lam fo kula Gambia bango kanjang andum fana ka fale LCV1 nyimbe fundi kanjele Gambia bango kanjang minange Gambia bango kanjang ani bango e bandele sazi yeje LSTV mbal fraten dokal jay Parliament Fati and Usman Kamara. Special thanks to the President of Kombo South District Football Committee, Bakari Bojang, and his people for their wonderful job. We are about to witness presentation award to individuals here at the Sanyan football field as Jambur were crowned champions of the 2025-2026 Kombo South District Football Tournament trophy for the first time in their history. Parliament Fati.
Thank you very much, Lamin Original Dabo, Aliaron Saliu Jalo, and the rest of course, the media personalities. And as we await the presentation, we now call on Mr. Lamin Kaba Bajo to the podium, Mr. Kemo Sise, Mr. Ismail Njai, Honorable Boto Bojang, Ajimai Kante, please for the presentation. And we have to say congratulations to Jambur for winning the Kombo South District Football Tournament for the very first time. It has been a remarkable journey, a difficult for hard luck Siffoe, who had a fantastic journey but unfortunately could not sail, or of course lay their hand on the giant trophy. But of course already having 3 trophies in their trophy of these awards. Mr. Lamin Kababajo, the president. Teams, please, can you come forward? Siffoe and Jambur, can you please come forward, please? Jambur and Siffoe, please come forward. Siffoe and Jambur. Teams, can you please come forward? Teams, please. Jambur, can you please come forward, please? Siffoe, can you come closer, please? Hard luck, Siffoe. Congratulations, Jambur. Congratulations, Jambur. And hard luck, Siffoe. While having our dignitaries on the podium for the presentation, we will definitely call on the referees first. And of course, the panel of referees for their fantastic job. Of course, Ansumana Sanyang, the central referee, had a fantastic game, and his team.
We will now get the presentation. All the referees will be assistants of Buba Sise, Aliu Seka, and Victor Demba. Congratulations, referees. And of course, as he shook the hands of our list of dignitaries. And of course, congratulations, referees. And congratulations, West Coast Region Football. We have to wait for the confirmations. And currently our dignitaries are already lined up. Mr. Lamin Kaba Fajarada. And the most outstanding OC member will be awarded. Who is he? Who is the most outstanding committee member, OC member? For congratulations, put your hands together for him. The most outstanding OC member goes to Mamadou Krubali of Siffoe. And Siffoe should definitely be proud of Mamadou Krubali. Yeah, he's mostly known as Mofire. Congratulations, put your hands together for him. He's definitely the most hard-working OC member. And of course, most Mofire, as known to many in Siffoe. Mamadou. We now call on the best fan club. And the best fan club goes to Kartong Fan Club. Can you put your hands together for them? Kartong Fan Club, not only in the final, but of course the supporters of Kartong have been on top of their team as far as the tournament is concerned. And the best fan club goes to Kartong Fan Club. And they will receive a certificate and $2,000 in cash. And goes to Kartong. And Mr. Idrissa Jami will award that. Congratulations, Kartong Fan Club. And the Fair Play Award goes to Kunkujan Mariama. The most disciplined team goes to Kunkujan Mariama. And that's going to be awarded by our very own Bakari Bojang, the president of Yama, will receive a certificate and a trophy. And Kunkujan Mariama, congratulations. Best goalkeeper of the tournament. The best goalkeeper of the tournament goes to Idrissa Jase of Jambur. And congratulations, Idrissa Jase. Idrissa Jase of Jambur. And congratulations to Jambur. Idrissa Jase will receive a certificate, 1,000 and of course a pair of gloves. All proudly and officially sponsored by Kombo South District Football Committee. And of course it's a self-sponsored tournament. Moving 55,000, 25,000, and all the individual awards. Special thanks to all those that contributed immensely. We now move on to the coach of the tournament. Coach of the tournament goes to Mohammed Kamara of Siffoe, Mohammed Jata of Jambur, or Mohammed Jata of Jambur. And Mohammed Jata of Jambur is the coach of the tournament. And that award will be awarded by Lamin Kante, CEO of Bombarda Football Club. That will be awarded to him by Lamin Kante, and CEO of Bombarda Football Club. And congratulations, Jambur. Oh, Malan Dabo. Oh, I beg your pardon. And of course it is Mohammed Chata here. I beg your pardon. Malan Dabo, head coach of Jambur. Congratulations, man. Goes to who? Lamin Mendy of Siffoe. Can you put your hands together for him? Congratulations, Lamin. Lamin Mendy of Siffoe of Sanyang Ward. He will receive a pair of shoes, $1,000 and a certificate. Congratulations, youngster Lamin Mendy. Lamin Mendy of Siffoe will receive a certificate and of course pair of shoes and $1,000 in cash, and that will be Councilor Boto Bojan, and we will definitely move on, and we will definitely move. We will definitely move on. Congratulations, Lamin Mendy. And straight we move to the player of the tournament. Can we guess who? The player of the tournament. We have to wait for Lamin Mendy first. Is Lamin done? Yes. Player of the tournament goes to who? Ali Hussein of Siffoe. Congratulations, Ali Hussein. The key of their matches. Yes. That is definitely justified. What a lad he is. And Siffoe definitely needs to protect this young lad. The player of the tournament. And Ali Hussein will go home with a trophy, $1,000 in cash, and a certificate. Proudly and officially sponsored by Kombo South District Football Committee. And Ali Hussein is currently receiving a Swiss award. Ali Hussein has won player. Ali Hussein has won player of the tournament of 2025-26 to every of 2025-26 to every dignitary whosoever made it here to make it to the Sanyang football field. It has been a remarkable journey from the field. It has been a remarkable journey from the tournament is dead. But of course, Bakari and the team were able to revive the tournament. And they have given the tournament, or taken the tournament at a level. Of course, they've set the bar high. Anyway, they can definitely work to receive their silver medals. And of course, their class prize. Congratulations, Jambur, hard luck, Siffoe. Siffoe, can we move on? Congratulations, Jambur, hard luck, Siffoe. Siffoe, can we move on? If Siffoe is set and the team is currently led by the head coach, Kamana, who has led the team to the... Of course, hard luck, Siffoe, congratulations. Can we put our hands together for Siffoe? Can we put our hands together for the runners of Siffoe as they receive their medals? That is Siffoe, after receiving or getting their medals. Hard luck, Siffoe. And congratulations, Jambur. And of course, Mr. Kemos is the CEO of Gambian Dodge Lions, will solely award that. And of course, the check will be handed to Mr. Kemos by our very own Secretary General, Suleiman Jame, who is always working behind the scenes. He's only seen during finals, but of course, one of the brains, if not the brains behind this Kombo South District Football Tournament. And of course, the head of our secretariat. Hard luck, Siffoe. And the entire community of Siffoe must be proud of this team. And of course, Kemo Sise will definitely hand the check of $45,000 to Siffoe. Hard luck, Siffoe, congratulations. Siffoe, you have to come back, please. And you have to return the guard of honor to the champions. Can we please come back, Siffoe, please? And get the guard of honor to Jambur, the champions. And we have to say hard luck, Siffoe, again. And congratulations, Siffoe. And special thanks to LSTV for broadcasting not only this final, but all the finals of Kombo South District Football Competition. And of course, we have to say congratulations, Ali Hussein, for winning the player of the tournament. What a lad for Siffoe. And Ali Hussein remarkably. Runner-up prize goes to Siffoe. And congratulations, Jambur handler Siffoe. And Siffoe will be going home with 45 silver medals. Can we put our hands together once again for Siffoe? Their utmost objective was to win the Giant Trophy. But unfortunately, could not do that. And of course, currently returning the guard of honor. Returning the guard of honor to the champion Jambur, who will majestically walk and receive these gold medals. And of course, the check of $55,000 after edging to the final. And congratulations. Can we put our hands together for Jambur? Can we put our hands together once again for Jambur? Congratulations for the very first time. Jambur, can we please walk, please? Can we come forward, please? And Mr. Lamin Kababajo, the president of Gambia Football Federation, will surely hand their check. Congratulations, Jambur. Congratulations, and of course, they are currently receiving their certificate, and it is a Maram's goal decided this contest. Currently they are receiving their medals. Congratulations, Jambur, and it is all smiles on the faces of the supporters of Jambur, and the biggest smile goes to the president of Jambur, who must be the happiest man on the planet after getting the team to the final and remarkably clinching the trophy under the noses of Siffoe. You have something to say.
Jambur was yearning for in the 90th minute, and he allowed Jambur fans to raise their voice right inside the mini stadium. Fantastic play for them, and he put on the number 10 jersey, just number 6 rider, just like former champion international superstar Tijan Jaita.
Thank you very much, President Dijata. And currently, celebrations in style coming from the players and the technicians of Jambur. And it is all smiles. All smiles on the faces of the players, the technicians and the supporters of Jambur. They are currently receiving their gold medals, and they will surely have a trophy parade from the Sanyang football field along the streets of Sanyang to the streets of Jambur. And currently the team captain very close to the president Lamin Kababajo of Gambia Football Federation. Lamin Kababajo will hand the giant trophy and of course the check of $55,000 to the champions and champions of the land, champions of 2025-26 Jambur. And Jambur is already all smiles. Congratulations once again. Hard luck, Siffoe. And the trophy, yes, the trophy is already handed, and the check is already handed. And congratulations, Jambur. Can we put our hands together for them? Can we put our hands together for Jambur? And they are the newest and newest champions of Kombo South. Jambur, the champions. Jambur, the champions of Kombo South. And there they go. Congratulations, Jambur. And Jambur are the newest champions of Kombo South, replacing Tenje as champions of Kombo South. And of course, DJ, can you give them the music?
Hands are lifted. Congratulations.